I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to introduce a rating system for my running content. So, similar to TV shows and movies that have rating systems that classify the suitability of the content for each age group, I want to do something similar for the running community where I classify my content based upon the level of runner or the standard of runner in which I'm targeting for that video. And you know why I'm doing that is because sometimes the difference between a really good and helpful running video and a not so good or poor video is mainly just the target audience. Like there's so many times I'll get asked for advice on a running topic, and the first thing I'll say in response is it depends. And it mainly just depends upon the target audience or the level of runner in which the context is about. So again, you might see a good video on running social media that might be really good for a beginner, but it might be really poor for an advanced runner, and then vice versa. What's really good for an advanced runner might be completely poor practice for a beginner. So ideally, that's why I want to start, rating some of my running content, and the way I intend to do this is probably through three different ratings, which is a beginner, intermediate, and advanced runner. And then the next question is well, how do you classify the three? And I've tried to do this by, with a beginner runner, you probably just finished learning how to tie your running shoes. You might be new or you're returning to the game after a longer hiatus, and you're probably running, say, 1 to 3 sessions per week. And your goal is probably just consistency at this point, building up, or you might be building up towards a fun run in the near future. Whereas an intermediate, they might be running, say, 3 to 6 times a week. They're probably a little bit more consistent. They follow a program, and they might be chasing time gains for events rather than just completion. And then the advanced runner again is probably a step above that, and they're highly trained. They've probably got years of experience. Again, they're training for performance and time-based goals rather than completion. So for my videos going forward, I'll hopefully just have like a little square or a symbol that's a B, an I, or an A, just to indicate who I'm talking to. So hopefully it's a little bit more specific and directed at different runners, and it's hopefully a little bit more clearer. But if all else fails, just get stuck into it, keep going with your training, and then just let rip.